So many today are longing for inward peace. And in this message, I focus in on the second type of peace, the peace of God. Now, the first type of peace is peace with God, the peace that you find at the cross, where Jesus Christ died for you and for me. And that now we have shifted from being an enemy of God to being a friend or an ally of God. But only when you go to that cross and desire His peace treaty can you know the peace of God, the inward peace in your heart. Listen in on this message. And that's the peace that comes here in your heart. People are longing for this today. We watch the news and look out and we see panic and chaos in the streets and cities of America. We see lives devastated by drug abuse. We see it in front of us. There's job uncertainty today because of cuts going on in companies and corporations across the land. And we cry out for peace. We may experience a tragedy in our lives, and we cry out for peace. We're going to sing a marvelous hymn, "It Is Well With My Soul." And back to hymn stories, a little background on that hymn that we will sing. The words are written by Horatio Spafford. Horatio Spafford was a successful lawyer in Chicago. And he invested heavily in real estate. And in 1871, the Chicago fire happened and devastated his investments and devastated his law firm and everything. His life was in shambles. And a little bit later, about 2 years later, he wanted to go on a trip to England. He was very interested in a preacher called D.L. Moody and the gospel singer Ira Sankey. By the way, who came from Pennsylvania, by the way. Ira Sankey. And so he sent his wife and his daughters on a steamship from the United States to England. He was delayed because he had some business that he wanted to take care of. So he was not on the steamship. The steamship collided and sank within 12 minutes. And as they were searching for survivors, there was a woman who was holding on to some pieces of the ship floating in the water. It was his wife, Anna. She had to send a telegram back. Saved alone. His daughters had died in the wreckage of the steamship. So immediately he goes out to join his family, and he's in the waters. One of the captains points out and says, right about there we think is where the vessel went down. Now, we're not sure when he penned the words. Some say he penned them right there on the ship. And Sankey says, no, he penned them a little bit later. But the words that you're going to sing were penned by Horatio Spafford. And the music was given by Philip Bliss. It is well with my soul. How can a man, or even a woman, or anyone find peace after devastation and loss like Horatio Spafford? You see, that's the peace of God. It comes to us from God. Paul tells us in Philippians chapter 4, have no anxiety. You know, the English word anxiety. Okay, I'll stop it right there. And that was to give you the history of the marvelous hymn that we sing, It Is Well With My Soul, acknowledging that the peace of God can come to us even in the midst of great tragedy. This concludes this portion of this series. Thank you for watching.